Hi guys, a lady called Catherine phoned into the Ian Payne show to debate Brexit. She claimed that it was impossible to see the benefits of Brexit because there hasn't been enough time. Then she claimed that too many things got in the way, and finally she claimed that the EU was trying to stop Brexit from succeeding by punishing the UK or something. There's a common problem here with Brexiteers. If one argument falls apart, resort to another, and then another, and then another, even if they end up contradicting themselves. Have a listen to this.
Well, let me try the same questions with you then. How are we better now than we were in 2016?
Well, I don't think we've been given much chance, to be honest. 2016,
6 years?
2019 when we actually left.
But Brexiteers said in 2016 that as soon as we leave, we would see the benefits of Brexit. They also said in 2019, as soon as we leave the European Union, we'll see the benefits of Brexit. There was a minister, Jacob Rees-Mogg, who was appointed to find the opportunities of Brexit, and he came up with nothing.
Not 2016.
Has anything got better?
Well, how have we ever been given a chance?
Has anything got worse?
Straight away, and everything went wrong for everybody.
But you're in denial, Catherine. Be honest with yourself. What is better now? 6 years after we voted to leave, and we're struggling.
We are all struggling. Europe's struggling. Their economy isn't great either. At least.
What do you mean Europe's economy? Because there are different nations within the Eurozone and the European Union itself. So what is she talking about when she says Europe is struggling too? And Europe struggling is not a vindication of Brexit.
We don't have to be beholden to them. And
Yeah, but we don't. They don't have. When Germany sells produce to Austria or France, they don't have to go through this rigmarole that delays products that are fresh for 24 hours.
Well,
our food is getting mouldy.
No one's been given a chance to renegotiate. Well, not to renegotiate.
We've renegotiated. We had the trade deal.
What we were led to believe was going to happen, that we all had to renegotiate the terms. Europe was just bloody-minded about it and started to be nasty to us. No, you think about it.
Go on then. How were they nasty to us?
Because they wouldn't negotiate any more, flexible terms, which is what we...
What does that mean? They wouldn't negotiate flexible terms. Remember during the negotiations for the withdrawal agreement and the TCA, you had Brexiteers on one side saying that the EU is an empire, the EU is evil, we need to face down the EU, we need to punish them, we need to fight them. This type of language was being used by Brexiteers both in and outside of the Conservative Party. And now you're coming up with, well, they didn't treat us very well, and that's why Brexit isn't succeeding. So when it's nothing to do with being a third country or anything like that, it's the EU is punishing us. So if you needed to leave the EU in order to prosper, and you're not prospering, then what was the point in leaving?
What you mean post Brexit now?
Post-Brexit. They said they would do that.
Right, and you don't think we played hardball, or as Boris used to say, hard egg?
They had to begin with. Anyway, what chance were we ever given? We've had COVID, we've had all the other things, the war in Ukraine.
Then why are other countries, other advanced economies, bouncing back following the pandemic, and the UK is not? Or I should say Great Britain is not. Northern Ireland is benefiting from access to the single market. So she's saying, well, we couldn't succeed because of the pandemic, and we couldn't succeed because of the war in Ukraine. When these things are, in a sense, for a better choice of words, resolved, will Brexit succeed then, or will you find another excuse?
Just in terms, the union, yeah? Scotland, sabre-rattling. Northern Ireland, very upset with the borders. God knows what Plaid Cymru are going to do.
The EU will want them. Does Scotland imagine the EU would want them?
Do you think that Brexit has harmed the union?
Has harmed the union?
Yes.
No, because they always wanted to get out.
Now, remember what she said here. They always wanted to get out. She's talking about the Scots here. Has Brexit harmed the union? Not at all. The Scots always wanted to get out.
Scottish people did. They've always had this utopian idea.
Where are you not reading or listening to the news?
We pay for the university.
Scottish National Party are as strong as they've ever been, Catherine. They're almost wiping the board when there's an election. And you're telling me it hasn't affected the solidarity of the union? It's crazy.
If you know Scottish people, most of the people do not want to. Most of the
Are you sure about that?
Don't want. Yes.
So she started off by saying the Scots just always wanted to leave. It's nothing to do with Brexit. And now she's saying, well, nobody in Scotland really wants to leave, even though the SNP have won majorities over the last 10 years, more than 10 years. So the Scottish people are voting for the SNP, but they don't want a second referendum, or they don't want independence. And at the same time, at the beginning of this, she said, well, they always wanted to leave in the first place. She's contradicting herself here.
I know a lot of Scottish people.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you know 4 million. 0345.
No, she doesn't know 4 million. She look. If there were benefits of Brexit, you could easily point to them. What are they? Nobody has yet pointed to a tangible benefit of leaving the European Union and leaving the single market. And these callers will continue to call in and say it's the EU's fault that things aren't succeeding. But if it was necessary to leave the EU in order to succeed, then why is the UK not succeeding? Why isn't the economy booming? Why aren't all these wonderful trade deals delivering jobs and prosperity? They're not. Why are they not? Why are there problems for businesses to access the markets that they used to? Even though Brexiteers before Brexit said, don't worry, you'll be able to access the markets just like before. Don't worry, the EU needs us more than we need them, and they're going to jump through whatever hoops we put in place in order to trade with us. You know, the German car industry will put pressure on Angela Merkel, and she'll put pressure on the European Union to do a good trade deal with the United Kingdom, so that trade can flow in both directions, and we can be, outside the EU, outside the single market, but have all the benefits of being like a member. And if you can find a club or an association where you can have the same benefits as a member without having to be a member, tell me about it. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.